single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Shad. I'm 34.
And Shad, what do you do?
I'm the owner of Opulence Imports in South Florida. Basically, we do performance parts for vehicles. We ship worldwide, and we actually do track bills as well.
Okay. What do you like to do for fun?
So, jet skis, dirt bikes.
Okay.
I like to play pool,
Okay.
swimming, going to the beach, and I like to dance.
All right. Now,
What's poppin', world? I hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If at any moment during this video you like what you're hearing, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you got something to say, go ahead and leave it in the comments section. We're going to review this clip from the Pop the Balloon show, and I'm going to break this all the way down. Let's get into this.
what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a caring woman,
Okay.
someone that's kind, considerate, knows what she wants out of life, creative. Yeah.
Okay.
And a nurturer.
All right. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Lack of empathy. I'd say selfishness.
Okay.
Not having vision, a purpose for your life.
Okay.
And I'd say that's it for now.
Okay. No, that's good. All right. So none of the ladies have popped their balloon yet. You're doing well. So let me go ahead and hand you a pick. I'm going to have you hold on to that. And I know this is the hard part, but I'm going to have you pop 2 balloons. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop 2 balloons.
Come on, brother. You taking forever. Do
I
what you
know.
got to do. Do what you got to do.
Okay, and one more. Come on, Shad. You. Okay, let's start with the first one you ended up popping. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Carmela and I'm 31.
And Carmela, what do you do?
I'm a flight attendant.
So why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I was just listening to everything that he said. He seemed very mature, so I just wanted to hear more.
Okay, is he someone that is your type?
Yes, absolutely.
So why did we end up popping her balloon?
You're a very beautiful woman. I love your locks. You did a great job with your makeup. Your lashes on fleek.
Okay.
I'd say, based off of the lineup here, more of the physique, I'd be a little bit more attracted to some of the other women based on that.
Okay, no problem.
It is
Thank
what
you.
it
You're
is.
beautiful,
Thank you.
as I said before.
Let's go to the next one here. Let's start with your name and age.
Mimi, 28.
And Mimi, what do you do?
I'm a clinical therapist.
Okay, so why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
I just wanted to hear him out. I liked the things he said about what he did for fun. Very spontaneous. So yeah, I just wanted to hear him out.
Okay. So why'd you end up popping her balloon?
Okay. Beautiful smile. I love the nose piercings. They're nice. Your attire is A1. You know, I don't really have any complaints about you. I'd say I'm just more physically drawn to the other women. That's
Ain't not bad. It is what it is.
nothing
Thank
against
you.
you.
Thank you. Okay, let's head back. All right, so we do have 5 remaining ladies. Go ahead and ask them a question to help you narrow it down.
A CRM shouldn't set your teams back.
In a society that I would say glorifies extrinsic values such as wealth and social status, what would be an intrinsic value that is important to you?
Intrinsic.
Let's start here. Name and age.
Hey, my name is Shalane. I am 32 years old.
And Shalane, what do you do?
I am an office manager for like a really big company, and I also model part-time to supplement that income.
All right. So if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
I'm thinking empathy maybe would be a good answer. Like, I kind of forgot the question.
You want me to repeat it for you?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so what would be an intrinsic value that is important to you?
Okay, yeah, so my answer stands. It would be empathy. I think navigating this society, this world with empathy is super important because it allows you to like understand people and just you're able to kind of relate to people more, just have more compassion towards people. And I think having compassion towards your fellow humans is super important. So that's something I put high value on.
That's legit.
I appreciate your answer.
Your name and
legit.
age.
Hi, my name is Lynn. I'm 28.
And Lynn, what do you do?
I'm a design engineer.
Okay, so if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
What do you mean by intrinsic?
Okay, so
Within.
Extrinsic would be in the realm of social status, popularity,
Outer.
wealth. So basically the opposite of that, something you can't see
Right.
physically off, initial, something that's like internal.
Right.
That I value?
Yes.
For me, I would say humbleness, just based off what I do for work and how far I've come. I would say that I'm very humble with where I am today, and I just feel like
Take your time.
I would say humbleness, just because like life is short and you never know the different paths that people walk. So I'd never judge a book by its cover, regardless of how much money you have or how much money you don't. I just feel that everyone should just be humble. And yeah, I would say humbleness. Based off like my lifestyle and and kind of like my day to day, I don't feel that I'm better or lesser than anyone. It's kind of just like I just view everyone as equal, essentially. Yeah, it's humbleness. Yeah.
I appreciate your answer and your transparency. And you say you were 28?
Yes, 28.
Beautiful.
All right, let's go over here. Your name and age.
My name is Waverly, and I am 30 years old.
Okay, and Waverly, what do you do?
I am a digital marketing manager and a college professor and consultant.
All right. So if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
An intrinsic value that I really value is going to be my faith, just because it's taken me a long way in
Amen.
life.
Amen.
And it's something that like you can essentially hold close to you at night. Like when the money's gone, if you don't have a place to sleep, like the Father, the Holy Spirit, Yeshua is my foundation.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
perfect.
And over here, your name and age.
Ayana, and I'm 27.
Ayana, what do you do?
I'm a personal trainer.
And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
Okay. So what I would say is what I learned throughout my years is definitely being adaptive and being able to give yourself grace. Life is not perfect. You're going to go through things. You're going to go through ups and downs. So I feel like it's up to the person to know, okay, let me adjust or let me pivot a little bit and move forward. It's not trying to fit in a box or fit societal norms. So that's what I would say is the main factor that I take in is.
I ain't trying to be funny, but she does not look like a personal trainer. And she does not look like she works out all the time. But she could. You never know. Let's keep going.
Always being adaptive and giving myself grace when things don't work out the way I want.
Perfect. I love it.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Nia. I'm 32.
Now, as you can see, you had two pops back to back. The two young ladies, the first two young ladies, right? They just popped. Now, the issue I have with this is the first one popped, and she probably popped because she heard him saying something to somebody else that probably didn't fit with her, right? And then if you keep watching, they're back there giggling with each other. The first two, they're laughing and giggling with each other, as if the first one is influencing the second one to go ahead and pop her the balloon. If you watch them closely, they're giggling, they're talking, and the first one popped her balloon first, and then the second one went ahead and popped her balloon. I don't like that. Let each woman have their own reasons. You don't need one woman talking to the next, telling her this and that, because women easily influence each other. That's the issue I have with that. Keep watching it. Let's keep going.
And what do you do?
So I'm an insurance claims adjuster, bartender, singer-songwriter, model, overall creative.
They're back there laughing.
All right, if you want to go ahead and answer his question.
So an intrinsic value that I have is accountability. Whenever I feel as though that I've mistreated someone, I automatically apologize. Or even if they didn't state that they felt harm, I recap things that happened and I reach out to them and say, hey, was this an issue? Like, how can we fix this? Were you okay with this? So I would say accountability.
Okay, cool.
Wonderful. I love it. Thank you.
All right, so we did get 2 pops back here. Why did we end up popping our balloon?
For me, it was just the initial attraction. It just wasn't immediate, but I liked everything you had to say.
And see, that's BS. How you going to say the initial attraction? This guy at this point has been out here for about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. You ain't said nothing yet about his attraction. You ain't pop his balloon when he walked out. So how now all of a sudden that you done talk to your little buddy beside you, you want to say, oh, it's the initial attraction? He been out there for a good minute. You just now realizing that you ain't attracted to him initially? You just now figuring that out? See, this the BS I be talking about. Ladies, learn how to think for yourselves. Y'all gonna miss out on a blessing because you're listening to somebody else and how they feel about the guy you're looking at. Come on now. Let's keep going.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
Yes, definitely. You know, I like her whole decorum.
Thank you.
You know, her sense of style is amazing. You know, I love women, so, you know, yeah. I say that to say that I don't have many deal breakers when it comes to like how a woman puts herself together. That's what I mean by I love women. So I would never, if I see a woman that takes time and to put into her appearance, whether it's makeup, whether it's her lashes, whether it's her hair, you know, accessories, stuff like that, I look at that as she's putting forth the effort and trying to show me her best side, you know? So that's what I meant by your decorum. And
Thank you.
Put on back.
My name's Shahryar, and today I'm using Upwork to find a social media marketer. Crystal seems perfect. I currently
Okay, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I love how you're dressed. You look good. You clearly, you know, take pride in your appearance. You came out here today and you look good. When she gave her answer about religion and she said her intrinsic value is like religion and her faith and all of that, you said that it was your response was perfect, I think. I'm not a religious person, so if you value that, then I'm probably like not the person for you because I'm not a religious person. So that's why I popped.
Good. Men, listen up. If you are a man of faith, or if you are a man of God, never bond with a woman who does not resonate with that. Never bond with a woman who is agnostic, atheist, so on and so forth. A woman who is not willing to follow your lead, do not bond with her. It's a good thing she popped. Let's keep going.
And if you don't mind me asking, what do you believe in?
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure. I grew up Pentecostal, like heavily Christian. But right now, I don't have any core beliefs in terms of religion.
Don't bond
Okay,
with
well,
it.
I respect that.
Okay.
You know, I would never put anyone down based on their journey because we're all on a journey.
Absolutely.
You know? So I respect that. I believe that two adults could have different belief systems and still respect each other.
Okay.
You know, so I respect you.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
Absolutely. I'm, you know, all beautiful ladies.
Thank you.
You know, I love the shortcut.
Oh, word.
I do. You know,
All right.
the color in the hair, everything is, you know.
I
everything's
appreciate
A1.
that.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. You're welcome.
All right, thank you. Okay, so we've got 3 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
Okay.
And see, that's another thing. Let me say this before I keep going. That's another part I don't understand. Someone is polar opposite of your beliefs, so on and so forth. And then when they say, "Oh, is this someone who's your type?" My answer is gonna be no. No, she's not my type. She doesn't believe in God. She doesn't follow God. I understand she probably went through something years ago. But since she doesn't believe and follow, no, she's not my type. You mean, is she cute? Okay, yeah, sure. She's cute. She looks all right. She's cool. Cool haircut, whatever. Is she your type? No. Come on, man. Stand on business. We still love him, though. We still love him.
What is a passion of yours? Say, it's okay if your passion brings you money, but if you were to do something that did not pay you money and you would still find enjoyment out of that, what would that passion be?
Okay, let's start over here.
Question.
My name and age again?
Oh, just answer the question.
Answer the question. Okay. A passion of mine is actually homemaking. Like, I love curating an environment for my friends and family that feels warm and welcoming. So, like, from cooking, baking, hosting. Yeah, I love all of that. Yeah.
Cool.
I appreciate your answer.
And over here, answer this question.
Fitness. I love the gym. I live in the gym most of the time. So as long as I'm able to do that, it just makes me feel more so wholesome. Yeah.
And let's go to our last lady, your answer.
So, obviously, I would say singing, songwriting. I just really love incorporating sounds of nature in order to just really relax humanity. So,
Can I ask her a question? What genre of music do you sing?
ooh, so originally I started with R&B, but I'm kind of all over the place right now. I want to dab into amapiano. I also want to do a little bit of rap, a little bit of alternative. So, but mainly R&B.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, it is time to pop a balloon. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop one. All right, so why did you have your balloon unpopped?
So I wanted to hear him out. I think he's a well-versed person. But for me, originally, I was going to pop because he seemed very hesitant when it came to me. And then I heard him talking about like body physiques and stuff like that, which is fine. You like what you like. So me just thinking of the lineup, I'm like, okay, he has a better, stance with other beautiful women compared to me. So that's what it was. That was my thought.
Got it. So why Jenna popping her balloon?
I'll be honest with you. When I saw you do that pump fake, I was like, yeah, I didn't even have to think after that. At first it was hard.
He said,
'cause I
"Don't
was
play
really
with me.
examining all 3 exceptional options.
Don't play with me."
All 3 of you are my type. You get what I'm saying? So I see beauty in different ways. So maybe one thing might not fit me, but maybe you might fit me. So I just popped basically because I saw you do the pump fake, like you about to pop it. So I was like, you know what? If you're hesitant about me, then I'd rather go with someone that's sure.
Yes, definitely. We're besties. We were thinking the same thing. You pump faded me
We
first.
locked in
You
for
did it
that.
first.
Yeah.
But yes.
All right, we good.
Fair enough.
Thank you. Okay, Shad, go ahead and ask
It
our
is
2
what it is.
remaining ladies another question.
Do you value romance? And if you do, what would be a romantic date in your mind? From start to finish, what would your ideal romantic date be?
Okay, start there and then come back. All right.
So a romantic date for me would, well, I don't know. I would say I'm very easygoing. We can honestly do whatever. It really depends on how attentive we are to each other. If we're actively listening, you could even just pick an apple off the tree and just tell me to eat it. And I know it sounds real corny, but
I heard that.
I'm someone who's real simple. Like, we can just take a walk in the park, have
I heard
a really
that.
in-depth conversation. So, and then in the night under the stars, maybe just sitting on a blanket. So,
Great answer. Great answer.
I blew up on TikTok using this influencer secret. This free app can make your videos go viral. Just add your videos to their templates.
All right, and over here.
Piggybacking maybe on her "Don't Be Cheap Now." I like really elevated like dining experiences. So maybe a nice dinner, but then after dinner being able to like go dancing, whether it be like salsa. I really love like soca music. Yeah, so an activity and food in combination would be nice.
Not bad, not bad.
Ladies,
Great answer.
I'm gonna switch it on over to them now. So, ladies, any questions for him? You got one? Okay.
Yeah, I have several.
Go for it.
Okay. My first one is: do you partake in any what's it called? Any drug use of any kind?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Shout out to the
I
brother.
can keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is if you are a man of faith, like what is your faith in, like what does your day-to-day look like with spending time with God, if that's something that you do?
Okay, so I'm a Christian, and basically my day-to-day walk would be me waking up in the morning. First thing I do, I have like a bottle of water by my bed. I drink that. I pray to God, thank him for waking me up this morning, for giving me all my faculties on my body are in perfect working order. A lot of people take that for granted, to be able to just wake up and get out of your bed on your own will and to be healthy, So I don't take that for granted, and I thank him every day for that. That's the first thing I do. And then I ask him to basically guide my steps throughout the day, So from I wake up,
Amen.
Everything from what I eat to, showering, I'm always like talking to him at different intervals of the day. Like I'd say like a little short prayer, like, all right, I'm about to go on the street. There's traffic out there. People meet in traffic. I just ask for guidance along my journey to get there and get back to my family, safely. Mm-hmm. And that's it.
Yeah, and see, that question right there, it can be an easy question, but it can also be a challenging one to answer, because so I'm a strong man of God. Let me say that first and foremost. But when someone is trying to check you on your, let's just say, daily walk, as far as what are you doing when you wake up? What are you doing throughout the day? Are you praying? Are you reading your Bible? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Things can get really tricky. Things can get really tricky when you go down that path. And one little wrong thing, somebody who's being super religious, the asking the question and looking for certain responses, they can miss out on their blessing because they're looking to hear certain things. And if you miss that step, especially on a platform like this, you're not gonna, you could remember everything, but not everybody is if you asking that on the spot. So I don't care for the question to it. I kind of do. But again, one slip up, say if they say, oh, I don't read my Bible every day, or he don't mention that, you're going to cancel him out. He might, I forgot to mention that. Let's keep going.
Do you have kids, and where do you live?
I do not have any children as of yet, and I live in South Florida.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you have any children?
No.
And where do you live?
I live in Dallas.
Texas. Okay. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Good.
Yes.
All right. Let's head down over here. Okay. Any questions over here?
absolutely. Do you believe in crying in front of your woman?
I'm not a very crying person. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But I do show emotion and I do show vulnerability. But to break out crying, I'm not built like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm built as, I have like an intestinal fortitude inside of me. So if something's going bad, you know, I recoup, regather myself, and I think of solutions on how I could get over that obstacle. So for me to get to the point of crying, that's never gonna happen. Or before I say never, it would rarely. Like the chances are very slim. You know what I'm saying? But I would express to you like, hey, you know, babe, something going on with me right now. I'm not feeling, you know, certain things, and I probably bounce some ideas off you, and you know, because I like the inside of a woman as well. You know, I'm very driven, I'm very focused, and I know what I want. But at the same time, I have a partner. I like to see things through her eyes, through her vision, because believe it or not, I don't know everything. My woman might see something that I can't see. You know what I'm saying? So I value her input, her opinion, and her guidance as well.
So is it something that you're comfortable with if it were to happen to the point where you couldn't compartmentalize it anymore?
Okay. I believe in mental health. So if it gets to a point where my mental health is in danger, then of course you got to let it out. You know what I'm saying? Of course, yeah, you got to let it out and kind of purge yourself of, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know, that hurt, whatever it is, you know. So yes, if it comes to that point where my mental health would be on the verge of breaking, I would definitely, you know, have that outpour.
Okay.
Do you have any children, and where do you live?
I don't have any kids, but I currently live in Dallas, Texas.
Okay. And are you okay with commuting to Florida?
Yeah, I love traveling.
Okay, perfect. Wonderful.
Let me say this. Now, her asking that question about is he open or how does he feel about crying in front of a woman or however she framed it, right? See, a woman like that, I don't like that question. See, I feel like she's trying to see a man at his weakest, most vulnerable point. I don't want a woman who's going to put me on the spot, especially on this open platform in front of millions of people, and ask me, am I okay with crying in front of my woman? For one, why do you want to see me at my weakest, most vulnerable point? What's up with that? Now, I get it. You want to know, maybe the question you should ask is, if I have an issue or if it's something I need to talk about, am I open to talking to you about anything? That's one way to frame it. But to ask me, am I open to crying in front of my woman? No. Men, listen up. Do not, I repeat, do not cry in front of your woman, right? Now, I'm not talking about if someone dies or something like that happens or something bad happens to you physically to where you can't hold it in. But I'm talking about when there's an issue, right? Or, you know, whatever. Listen, men are looked at to be problem solvers. We are expected to solve the problem. Crying in front of your woman, that ain't gonna do nothing but dry her up. That's gonna dry her up on the inside, if you know what I mean. Do not listen to these women tell you that it's okay to cry in front of them. Most women do not like that. That is a turnoff. They're gonna tell you to do it, but that is a turnoff. Do not cry in front of your woman. It's okay to have deep and open conversations with her, but you should not be crying in front of your woman. Take my advice on that one. Another thing, let's just keep going. I keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay, those are two wonderful ladies. They had a lot of great responses. I know this one's going to be tough for you, but we do have to pop a balloon. Oh, end up popping your balloon.
I just really feel like they'd be a beautiful pair for sure. So yeah.
Okay, you're blocking your own blessings, but is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, I'm a sucker for African men. You're African, right?
We're all from
Understandable.
Africa.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's given African, but yeah, it just seems like y'all would be such a beautiful pair for sure.
Okay.
You see that right there? She got that short haircut. She all right. She ain't bad. She's okay. She's okay. That right there is what you call the fear of rejection. She saw who she was up against, and she felt like she could not compete with that other woman down there, right? For whatever reasons, right? Maybe she knows this other girl, she looks better than me, You guys are going to be a better match, whatever. She was not confident when it came down to her and somebody else who also had their stuff together. So that right there, her popping right there, fear of rejection. You see a lot of that on these types of shows. People will pop and they will give the craziest reasons, but it's nothing but the fear of rejection. They can't handle it coming down to them and somebody else and them taking that loss. That is the moment of truth right there. Nothing hurts more than losing at the end of the game. Let's keep going.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Let's head on back.
Be richer than your friends mastering ChatGPT.
Become a master of AI tools with 28.
Then, okay, let me bring you on up here with us. Come on up here with us. Scoot that way.
Hey, it's a good match right here.
Stand over here.
A good
All right,
match.
y'all. Any final question between the two of you before we determine if this is a match?
Yes. How do you feel about celibacy?
Oh, my.
I'm guessing you're saying celibacy towards marriage, or?
Correct.
Okay. I mean, I'm a Christian man, so I respect that, and that's not a deal breaker for me because I have built up a emotional intelligence and
tap dance.
You know, I don't have any. I don't have anything against that.
Have you ever practiced celibacy?
Yes, I have.
While in a relationship?
She's going pretty deep now.
Okay. And was it successful?
Oh, Lord.
I mean, sometimes it's not. I mean, God gives grace.
Yeah, so you're saying, have I practiced celibacy in a relationship and was it successful?
Yes. Were you successful in the celibacy?
You're going deep.
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay, why'd you end up popping?
I think it was the hesitation at the beginning about the celibacy, and then when you were explaining like your day-to-day like walk with the Lord. I think prayer is one aspect, but I'm also looking for someone who like incorporates like reading their Bible into that as well, because I think it can be hard to hear from God. Like, yes, we're praying, but it can be hard to hear from God if we're not also reading his word.
Speak for yourself.
And that wasn't
if you're
something
talking
that
about on a
you
daily
mentioned.
basis.
So
Speak
I think
for
it's
yourself.
a combination of the two.
Okay, I respect that. I mean, I do read my Bible. You know, it's just in the unconventional setting that we're in right now, it slipped my mind. I'm not going to remember every little thing, every little
Exactly.
detail. You know what I'm saying? But if you would have asked me that, I would have, gracefully just answered and tell you, yes, I do read my Bible at some point during the day.
Yes.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, we'll have you head on back. Okay, Shad. Well, that is all the balloons popped, unfortunately, but we do thank you so much for coming. Let's give it up for him, ladies. I'll take this. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
All right, guys. So you saw that, you heard that. I'm going to try to break down. I'm going to try to remember as much as I can about that last little part right there as I break this down. All right, now, cool. Came down to her and the other girl. The other girl popped because she had that fear of rejection, right? So she goes up. She starts speaking about celibacy. Here's the thing about it. As a man of God, yes, you should be okay with practicing celibacy, no sex until marriage, all that good stuff, right? You should. Unfortunately, right now, it's 2025. There's a slim chance of that happening. There's a slim chance of, I'll say, men going through with that. Now, that doesn't mean that it shouldn't happen, right? Should be able to do it. But again, that whole celibacy piece, that's something that you all should discuss in private. If I'm on the stage in front of all these people, don't ask me about celibacy. Don't ask me about celibacy on the stage unless I'm looking for that type of question to come my way. Because you got to understand, these people are coming from different walks of life. This guy, he has a lot of success in what he's doing. I'm pretty sure women are throwing themselves at him. So the idea of celibacy, that's going to be more than likely a new concept to him. So that's something he has to process if a woman starts talking about celibacy and are you willing to wait and all this other stuff. In which, since they're in different states, you know, she's in Texas, he's in Florida, there's probably going to be some sense of celibacy there anyway, because they're hundreds of miles away from each other. Let me say that. So the whole celibacy piece, women, don't get too hung up on that. Well, I can't say that. Sure, if that's your practice, do your thing. But again, to put them on the spot like that, come on. Once upon a time, I take y'all down memory lane. I started talking to and dating this young woman, and you know, she was out of the country when we were talking, and she was coming back. You know, she was gone for a birthday trip, and she had been celibate for 7 years, right? Strong woman of God. She had been celibate for 7 years. I'm gonna tell you like this: when she got back, it didn't take me 7 days. It didn't take me 7 days. So again, and we did go on to, you know, get married. That was my last wife, you know, and it was cool. You know, she was cool. But sometimes when you get with some of these women who are Bible thumpers, it can be very problematic, because in most cases, they're not going to fully let you lead as a man, even if you are a strong man of God, because they're going to take some of those scriptures and they're going to interpret them the way they want to interpret them. And that's how they're going to walk in their life. Even as a man, you can come in and say, no, this scripture says this and means this. And as her husband, you are the leader. But sometimes when you get those strong women of God who are Bible thumpers, you will never fully be able to lead them, because they're going to say they have a private, secret, I ain't going to say secret, but a private relationship with God. And they're going to go their own way instead of following a husband like the Bible has called them to do. And that can be very problematic. Now, I would tell men, do strive for a woman of God, but strive for one who's showing signs that she is willing to follow your lead as a man. She's got to be willing to do that. If she's just overpowering, you got to do this, you got to do that, it's almost like she's trying to lead, but she's using the Bible to kind of come in between y'all or be that middle ground. No, the man is the head. He's leading you. You follow him as he follows God. Don't get that twisted. Don't ever get that twisted. But again, that whole celibacy piece, be careful with that one. Be careful. But to each his own, right? Yeah, it is what it is. I can go on and on. I appreciate y'all for watching. If any moment during this video you like what you're hearing, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I got a lot of fire content for y'all. I got a lot of coaching and all this stuff. We're going to break a whole lot of stuff down, and I'm going to just do videos where I'm just talking. And we're talking to each other. And remember, leave a comment in the comment section. I can be off on this. And remember, keep God first. I love you all. Be blessed.